to deal with Goonism is to rein in Kipchumba Murkomen and Raymond Omolo. The second step is William Ruto to allow the National Police Service to operate independently and return the command to the IG. Let me say that Goonism in itself is not a very serious challenge. No goons can sustain attacks on people because people will say no. Why goons have become a problem in this country is because they are working hand in hand with the police. So they give them cover so that when the goons are overpowered by wananchi, the police open fire. You know, I went to Gatundu for a church and Moses Kuria sent goons to attack me. They were dealt with by the people, but police came to rescue them. So it makes the goons to become very embodied. You know, if police decided there is no goonism, even if politicians hire goons, it will be very short-lived because it will not be allowed. I don't think wananchi will allow goons to create mayhem because people will defend themselves. And goons who are not armed with the guns cannot be a threat to people for a longer time. So if the police decided, if the president decided today to abandon Goonism, to remove Murkomen from office and get somebody sober, and if he really wants his tribesmen, he has many people who are good, people with a proven track record, people of good credibility, and people who have served this country with distinction, among the Nandis, among the Psigis, among the Marakwets, among the Tugans. You know, if he wants another Marakwet like Murkomen, they are there, and we know them. Once if the president makes the decision, because the buck stops with him. Murkomen, all these things doing, he cannot do it without William Ruto. Because William Ruto can see there is a problem. When people are shooting on top of a Prado, like in a movie, it was like a movie. Even Ruto has seen those videos, you know, and there is no war, and the people are not armed. These are innocent voters. And then police with rifles on top of Prados, moving at a terrific speed, shooting everywhere. And William Ruto is trying to pretend that there is no problem. Okay. You know, he's pretending there is no problem, saying that the problem is courts. Oh, when people are arrested, but nobody has been arrested. All these people who caused this mayhem on Ol Kalou, they are still free. In Wetima, they are still free. So what we are saying is, the first step to deal with Goonism is to rein in Kipchumba Murkomen and Raymond Omolo. The second step is William Ruto to allow the National Police Service to operate independently and return the command to the IG and ask him to follow the Constitution, to follow the police orders, and to follow the Penal Code, the Criminal Procedure Code, the Evidence Act, the three documents that guide the police operations. If William Ruto today decided, the buck stops with him, by the way. It's all about William Ruto. Even this Murkomen, it's not him. He is just an appendage of William Ruto. William Ruto is using him. The decision to end Goonism, and it's not by issuing a statement in State House. That was the fifth statement in 1 year. He has said, oh, goons must be dealt with. They continue. Oh, goons must be. He's just talking. And everybody knows, in fact, the police are saying he is a problem because he is the one who has allowed Murkomen to take over the National Police Service. The senior police officers are saying, can we get back the command of the National Police Service to the Inspector General? And
if that happens, we'll be able to find the financiers, which rarely happens.
Yeah, it will be done.
Okay.
Allow us to take a short break. Like Murkomen has been trying to say that we are the ones who have the goons. We would have been arrested a long time ago. If these goons were from the opposition, they would be in prison.
So you don't have goons?
I cannot have, because if I had, they would be in prison. Why the goons are there is because they belong to government. That is why nobody can touch them. That is why nobody can arrest them.